Greetings, you bastards. Yes, I'm drinking wine. I'm an adult. I've just finished work and I'm having a wine to relax, so fuck you. I shouldn't be so rude at the beginning of a video. Anyway, yes, welcome to a new thing. This is going to be a kind of vlog-esque style, me standing in front of a camera just chatting shit about games and gaming news. Gonna try and do it on a daily basis or sort of every other day just to stay relevant with gaming news. And when I say gaming news, I mean I'm just going to read a headline, briefly have a look at the story and try and dissect it with my stupidity wrapped around it. So I hope you're ready for this because it's going to be fucking shit. Bethesda announces Fallout 76. Now, if you are a fan of the Fallout series, you will undoubtedly be aware that there is a new game that has been teased in the Fallout series. This game has been taken in the form of Fallout 76, which is based on Vault 76, which apparently is a vault that has been present, but we have not been able to access it. Now, one thing that's been happening in the background is various different gaming websites, journalists and other geeks in general have been dissecting this trailer to try and get hints and just little things as to what this game's going to be about. But even the producer or creator of this game, Tom Howard, has said that this is just a tease and that we need to wait until E3 until all of the information is given to us. So from that statement, it's quite clear to say that we shouldn't be making all of these assumptions. It is cool, but unfortunately one thing that I've discovered is that if you hype something up too much and think that it's going to be all that, then it doesn't actually turn out to be that brilliant. Although, to be fair, Fallout has not let us down yet, so I think we're going to be alright with this. Now, one thing that is strongly rumoured, apparently, is that this addition to the Fallout series is going to include an online game mode. Now, this online game mode could be a good or a bad thing. It could be a good thing in that it will be able to give us the cooperative gameplay that we've so wanted in a Fallout game. And it could be bad in a sense of, if it's just an open world where it allows maybe 20 to 50 to 100 people involved, then everyone's just going to fuck up everyone else. However, one thing that would be cool if that was the case is that you could have like all 100 people could work together and then become like this immense like army of super badasses. But knowing the online world, it's just being a case of you're going to go and find a gun or a tool or a piece of equipment that you've been getting for ages, someone's going to kill you and steal it, and then that's just going to be like a game ruiner for you. So with this online game mode, it could go either way, but I'm intrigued. If they actually do an online game mode for it, that would be fucking cool. So I guess one thing that's on everyone's mind is, what is Vault 76? Now, I am reading this from the internet, so you'll have to bear with me. But Vault 76 is seemingly set to play a major role in this game. Although it's not a place we've visited before, this isn't the series' first mention of it. Both Fallout 3 and 4 reference it, and according to the Fallout Wikia, of which you can all check out, it was occupied by 500 people and who were meant to be a control group. Now, this vault apparently was intended to be open 20 years after the war. What that means, I have no idea. But are we going to find out? Of course we are. So all in all, this trailer seems to have built up a lot of hype, and obviously it's going to because it's a new Fallout game, and Fallout is an amazing series. However, I haven't actually finished Fallout 4, which is something that I should get around to at some point. Developer of hit video game Fortnite sued for alleged copyright infringement. So it would seem that PUBG have filed a lawsuit against Epic Games, who are the creators of Fortnite, for, what's the phrase here, claiming similarities between two titles. Now, the first thing that came into my head when I briefly read this article is, where is H1Z1 when it comes to this style of gameplay? I mean, I thought, and I probably am wrong in this, that H1Z1 was the first Battle Royale style game to have been released, and that came out before PUBG and also before Fortnite. So where were their sort of allegations towards this, you know, alleged lawsuit claim? Now, what the creators of PUBG are alleging is that Fortnite bears many similarities to the PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds series. And to be fair to them, like, Fortnite is essentially exactly the same. I mean, it's like if PUBG and Overwatch had major sex and created a baby, that is what Fortnite Battle Royale is. Also, one thing that I didn't realise, and I'm sure some of you might not have realised, is that when Fortnite originally was produced, it was meant to be a co-op survival sort of zombie shooter game. It wasn't meant to be the Battle Royale style game that it is now famous for. And obviously when Fortnite turned into Fortnite Battle Royale, it had very, very similar things as what PUBG has. Now I think one of the main reasons why this lawsuit was brought together is that when Fortnite was released in September, it has managed to put together at least 40 million players and has also grossed about £226 million through sales of skins and weapons and V-Bucks and all that kind of stuff that free games give out. And because of this sheer amount of popularity, PUBG's ranks have just gone downhill like quite a substantial amount. So Fortnite, I think, in the Steam list is at number 1, and then PUBG went down to number 10, and they went, hang on a second here. But one thing that I will say is that I agree with the article that I'm currently reading at the moment and sort of slightly dissecting, is that when it comes to copyright infringement in video games, it's very, very difficult to have a foothold in your case. It's kind of like if Call of Duty was to file a lawsuit against Battlefield for creating a first-person shooter in a modern warfare aspect. You know, having the same kind of guns, the same kind of attachments, same weapons, same vehicles, like same kind of maps, you know, all this kind of stuff. It's really difficult to have a lawsuit in a gaming idea when most of the gaming ideas have already been done. But one thing that gets me the most out of this article is, as it states, with Fortnite, the style of game does appear different to PUBG, and given their close release dates, it would seem likely that copying took place. In their statement, they say that they are concerned that Fortnite is replicating the experience. Now, for that to be a statement of your lawsuit, that it's replicating the experience, there are so many games that replicate their experiences. There are so many different aspects. I mean, I can't really like say any off the top of my head. I mean, again, it's sort of going back to the modern warfare shooters like Call of Duty, Battlefield, Call of Duty Black Ops, you know, all of those types of games are all sort of replicating the same experience. So for that to be your foothold in this lawsuit is a little bit ridiculous, but you do kind of see where they're coming from. But I think it's just jealousy why this lawsuit has come in. However, being that PUBG have only just done this lawsuit about a day ago, Epic Games have not actually commented on it. So it will be interesting to see what Epic Games say about this whole situation. But so far, it's a little bit iffy, mate. School shooting game Active Shooter pulled by Steam. Now this is a game that is set in a school where you can play two different sides. You can either be a SWAT team, which is going in to take out the shooter, or you can be the shooter itself going around and shooting students. Now obviously, due to horrific events that have been happening in the past with school shootings, there has been a huge amount of controversy and also a lot of uproar that has been brought out in the community. According to BBC News, the title has been criticised by parents of real-life school shooting victims, and an online petition opposing its launch has attracted more than 180,000 signatures. Now, Steam's owner, Valve, has said that it dropped the game because the developers had a history of bad behaviour. So apparently the creator of this game, whose name I can't pronounce because I'm powerfully dyslexic, it's this name here. He is known to be a troll when it comes to developing games. This guy apparently has been a massive troll in the past, with a history of customer abuse, publishing copyright material and user review manipulation. He has subsequently returned under new business names, with a fact that came to light as we investigated the controversy around his upcoming title. We are not going to do business with people who act like this towards our customers or Valve. Now the thing is as well is that even though this game is very, very distasteful, there have been a huge amount of other controversies that have happened in games in the past, such as Hatred, Postal, Carmageddon, Manhunt, all of these games. Even the first scene in Call of Duty 2, spoiler alert, but even in that first scene you spend the entire time shooting up an entire airport. So even though it's bad to say, you can't say okay to one and then no to the others. But altogether it would seem like this game is just a bit of a troll and was sort of cheaply put together for the sake of it, really. So those were the most interesting bits of news that I could find on the internet today in terms of gaming and whatnot. If there's any subjects that you'd like me to talk about or that you want to discuss, then be sure to leave a comment. But if you did like the video, then be sure to smash the like button, hit subscribe and the bell notification if you haven't done so already. And I will hopefully see you guys tomorrow with some more gaming news. So I'll see you later. Peace! I'm in lag.